Tank Davis and Vasiliy Lomachenko. Who ducked who? It's complicated. But not only that, Devin Haney had something to do with it. I'm going to tell you how, right? Let's go back. Floyd Mayweather freezing Tank Davis out for Christmas.
It was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was going to lose. But
you talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, a boxing match.
And I talked to Calvin. He gave us the whole detail of what went on behind the scenes with them and they camp. But y'all had short notice for the super featherweight championship of the world. Jose Pedraza. Because I want to know what that camp was like. And remember what Calvin said. He said, we just f***ed up. He going to get us back.
Yeah. And I told Tank, I said, yo, we f***ed up. I keep it real with him.
He said, I knew Floyd was going to get us back. And this is how he wanted to do it.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew Floyd was going to get us back. I knew it.
And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months.
And Floyd was like, this nigga going to sink or he was going to swim.
I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry.
How did he bring Tank back off of that freeze out? He said, you got 5 weeks to fight for the super featherweight championship of the world.
He was like, you got to fight this fighter, which is Jose Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on a shelf.
So Floyd is trying to wash Tank in this Pedraza fight. Remember, the topic is Gervonta Tank Davis and Vasiliy Lomachenko. It was right before Vargas fought Adrien Broner, and they had asked Tank about future fights, and he said he would love to unify at 130 with Vargas and Vasiliy Lomachenko, right? And they asked Floyd about that shit.
I spoke to Tank. He said after he wins this title, he wants to unify. Could we see a build-up to a super fight with him and Lomachenko or Vargas with one of the other champions at 130?
He was with Leonard Ellaby. And Leonard Ellaby said, one thing at a time.
First things first.
Exactly. And Floyd was like, yeah, that's right. These fighters need to calm down. These fighters are moving too fast, right? Floyd was blocking.
I think these fighters need to relax. I think fighters need to relax and don't rush. And take one fight at a time.
So now, let's fast forward. Floyd and Devin Haney. Floyd's trying to sign Devin Haney. So what is Floyd doing? Floyd's training Devin Haney, Tank's #1 rival at the time. He's working out with him, trying to sign him. What does Tank do? Tank is like, man, I'm not both of y'all out, right? Tank is starting to lash out at Floyd. Tank still has the animosity from the being froze out too. So he's letting it loose. And Adrien Broner was also like, yo, what Floyd doing is some bitch ass shit. You already promoting the biggest name in boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis. Why are you training his #1 rival?
I honestly think it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it because, and I don't got nothing against Devin Haney. It's just for me, he's promoting one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing right now, and that's Gervonta Davis. So why would you go train his rival? I don't get that. That's some bitch ass.
Floyd already he got a problem with these anyway, right? So Floyd is like, all right, I got something for you. He called up Top Rank, right? He called up Top Rank and said, you know what? I feel like putting on the Lomachenko Tank fight as soon as possible. As soon as possible. The same play he did with Pedraza. As soon as possible, right? Doesn't tell Tank about it. He made the call himself. Then he goes on Showtime.
I already spoke to Todd DeBuff from Top Rank. We look forward to Adrien Broner. We look forward to Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko after this fight.
So didn't tell Tank this. Tank is just hearing about this, right? Then he goes outside, pulls up Devin Haney. I think he's a great young man. I know I could do a lot for him.
Hell of a fighter. Tough young cookie. He's on the rise. I would love to work with him. I talked with his father on numerous occasions. I would love to work with him.
He took a fighter nobody even knew. Gervonta Tank Davis. Nobody even knew him.
I took a guy that nobody knew. Gervonta Tank Davis. Nobody even knew him.
Right? I told him, you gonna just mess with me, you're gonna be a champion. I got him the belt. He lost the belt on the scales. Stuff happens, right? On Tank. While Devin Haney is standing next to him, right?
I told him, give me a chance and you will be world champion in a very, very short time. He's fighting for a second world title after he didn't make weight, but it's a learning experience.
It tells Ellie Setback, like, yeah, these fighters can't be saying they're the best and not fighting the best. It's all about the best fighting the best. I need Tank Davis to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko as soon as possible.
These fighters can't be out here saying that they're not the best and not facing the best. And I'm pretty sure Tank wants to fight. You know, he asked me about the fight before.
I spoke to Tank. He said after he wins this title, he wants to unify. Could we see a build-up to a super fight with him and Lomachenko or Vargas, with one of the other champions at 130?
I think fighters need to relax and don't rush and take one fight at a time.
He did it on purpose. This is how petty Floyd is. And then Floyd went a step further and said, I was a young fighter. I took all fights. I fought the best. When I fought Diego Corrales, it was the best fighting the best, right? I need Tank to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko as soon as possible.
When I was undefeated, I had to fight the best, and at that particular time, I was the best. And of course, I faced Diego Corrales. He was the best.
So people don't realize that part. That part right there. Floyd Mayweather only wanted to put that fight on because he was pissed at Tank, and he wasn't going to give Tank the advantage. How do I know? They went to Bob Arum after that. They said, yo, so what's this about Floyd saying he wants Lomachenko to fight Tank Davis as soon as possible? Bob Arum said this verbatim, right? Bob Arum said, yeah, Floyd called up Tom, but you got to talk to him, man. It sounded to me like Floyd was pissed at Gervonta Tank Davis, and he wants to get him destroyed, right? Bob Arum said this Lomachenko's promoter.
When you put that video together, make sure you give the receipts, Slim.
Make got the receipts.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather was serious when he talked about making a fight with Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis?
Yeah, I think you should ask Floyd. Floyd calls on.
I already spoke to top rank Todd DeBuff, and we're going to make that fight happen between Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis.
A lot of news tonight.
I think he was pissed off at Davis, and he wanted to see Davis destroyed.
He didn't even talk to Tank about this yet, right? He's setting up the Vasiliy Lomachenko fight for this while he's pissed at him. He's trying to do the same thing he did with Pendraza. Tank should have took that fight, man. I'm gonna say y'all right. Tank did duck, but he ducked smartly because you don't get ready for Vasiliy Lomachenko at that time with 5 weeks notice. And then not only that, right? The Fred Barbershop Conversations pulled up the Tank, right, and said, yo, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather coming up on Showtime and saying you about to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko? Tank was like, oh, you talking to me?
Clifton Dennis, I told him, make sure to bring all the receipts, because you saying all these people said this and that. I don't remember that. I was covering that time, right after Pedraza too, man.
That's why I'm the ghostwriter of boxing with all the receipts.
Okay.
What was your initial reaction when you heard on Showtime that he wants you to fight Lomachenko next without even consulting you?
I don't remember none of this shit.
Man, don't be a scared man. Fred Barbershop Conversations pulled up on Tank, right? And was like, yo, man. So Floyd went up on Showtime and said, you about to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko. Tank is like, you talking to me?
Talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, because Floyd didn't. Which is just like the tweet I put up. Reminds me of the last time I did this, right?
When I say I was forced into the first title fight,
it was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
then there you go.
That's all he said. He said you setting up these big fights without even talking to me first.
He talking to another fighter without talking to me and that whole management.
He all on Showtime talking about I'm about to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko. The nigga told everybody but me. I heard about this shit on TV. Bob Arum himself said Floyd was trying to destroy Tank. Tank ain't broke for Christmas at this time. He got a little bit of money now. He pissed at Floyd for training Devin Haney, right? So he's standing up for himself, right? And then Fred asked him, how do you feel about Floyd as a promoter? Tank said no comment.
What grade would you give him as a promoter?
No comment.
Floyd changed his tune after that. I'm thinking Al Haymon stepped in. And Tank alluded to that, right, in that interview with Jay Hill. He said, yo, the big homie, y'all don't know, but he kind of stepped in and was taking charge of my career because he saw what Floyd was doing.
I don't want to say no name, but they wind up catching it. The people that's over top of me, I mean, like, I was signed to him and Floyd signed to him. He said, okay, cool. I see what's going on. That's when he started taking over my career.
Right? So I'm thinking Al Haymon stepped in, talked some sense into Floyd. It's like, bruh, why you trying to destroy our young fighter? He just getting started. He 23 years old. You trying to cash him out with our rival promoter, and we just started to make money with this. This is what I'm assuming Al Haymon said to this Floyd. Because Floyd, who respects Al Haymon, changed his tune, right? Floyd then went and said, you know what, nah, we're not doing the fight. Tank's been asking for the fight. He's cleaning that shit up. I've been the one blocking it this whole time.
Gervonta Tank is scared of Lomachenko. He's not scared of Lomachenko. At the end of the day, he's my fighter. At the end of the day, the fight, I told him there's no rush. Tank want to fight you. Tank ain't hiring for you. Tank want to fight you. Tank asked me about fighting you on more than just one occasion. For me, you know, as a mentor, as a father figure, I told him there's no rush.
Now the press coming to Floyd and Tank now. And Floyd sticking to his guns, right? Because he got to clean that shit up that he did out of his emotions, right? And this is what Floyd is like, don't worry, Tank. I got your back no matter what they say. Your job is to go in there and fight.
I'm behind you no matter what nobody say. Your job is to go out there and fight.
You keep getting these 7-figure paydays, then we get you the 8-figure paydays, and then 9-figure paydays, right?
And keep making them 7-figure paydays, then we move you up to 8-figure paydays, and then 9 figures.
Then they ask him about Lomachenko again.
A huge fight, they think it'll be Lomachenko. Do you think that will be the huge fight for you?
Floyd said, we're not going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about nobody. Vasiliy Lomachenko is old. Don't worry about it, Tank. You're making just as much money as he is, and you're doing it easier.
It's time for us to move and talk right here. Like I said before, we're not going to call no particular fighter out. And it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible extremely quick because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money Lomachenko is making, and you're doing it easier.
They asked him they asked Vasiliy Lomachenko and Bob Arum about that shit again. Now Bob Arum's pissed. He said, y'all need to talk to Floyd. Floyd Mayweather said the kid isn't ready yet, right?
And a possible matchup because many people...
Ask Floyd Mayweather. He said the kid isn't ready yet for the fight. Floyd Mayweather is his promoter.
Floyd, if anybody, Mayweather Jr., knows whether or not the kid is ready to fight. He knows boxing, right?
Floyd Mayweather, if anybody, Jr., knows about boxing. The question of whether Gervonta Davis is ready to fight a master like Loma should be put to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Let him answer that question.
Stop asking me this shit, right? He's pissed because Floyd playing games with him now, right?
But don't ask stupid stuff about Gervonta Davis when his promoter says he's not ready.
That's what Vasiliy Lomachenko makes his famous quote. I think Tank Davis is the best fighter on Twitter.
But you know, I think Gervonta Davis, he's best of the best fighter on Twitter.
Vasiliy Lomachenko moves up to 135, right? Tank ain't moved up to 135 yet. He moves up to 135. Now Floyd is like, all right, let's fight him now. They called up Bob Arum about it. Vasiliy Lomachenko said verbatim, why he want to fight me now? Why he didn't want to fight me at 130? Right?
Why he can't fight with me when I stay in the 130? Why?
She said, yo, I was trying to fight him at 130, but now he want to fight me at 35, right? Because I'm not going to be jumping all up and down, right? I'm going to stay at 35 for a minute. Tell him to get a belt, then I'll think about it.
Why then I was a 130 champion, WBO champion. He has a IBF title. Why in that moment he can't fight with me? Now when I move up at 135, now he want to fight with me, and
because Floyd and Tank said they want to fight him on pay-per-view. Vasiliy Lomachenko was like, and they talking about fighting on pay-per-view. This dude not even a main event. He only fights co-main events, right? This is right before Tank goes to 35 and fights Gamboa and sells out in Atlanta, right? He says, yeah, he's not even a main event fighter. He only fights co-mains. What are you talking about?
I read he won the fight only on pay-per-view. Hey, what are you talking about? You never has a main event. You fight only a co-main event. What are you talking about?
What are we talking about? We're talking about that's a duck, my guy. So now we seen it. You heard it out his own mouth. When Loma went to 35, he ducked. Now, let's set the record straight. Floyd admits he was blocking initially. Then, Floyd gets pissed off because Tank calls him out. Tank and Adrien Broner call him out for training Devin Haney while he's promoting Gervonta Tank Davis. Floyd, being the petty guy that he is, went ahead and tried to throw Tank Davis to the wolves to give him Lomachenko without enough prep time. Bob Arum himself, Lomachenko's promoter, said, yo, this is crazy. Floyd's trying to destroy Gervonta Tank Davis. So if we're keeping score, that's Tank ducked once, Lomachenko ducked once. Now let's fast forward to 2024. 2024, after the Frank Martin fight, fighting out of Flint, Michigan, Tank knocks out Frank the Ghost Martin. They are looking for the next big fight because they have an alleged Amazon deal. They have been talking to Bob Arum about setting up the Vasiliy Lomachenko fight. Lomachenko in 2024 ducked smoke with Gervonta Tank Davis. How do I know? Bob Arum himself admitted that they have been talking with the PBC about setting up Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasiliy Lomachenko fight for November of 2024.
Well, the truth is we've been talking to the PBC people all along, assuming Tank is successful on Saturday. And hopefully we'll put it together expeditiously for sometime in November.
And then Lomachenko steps. He ran off. That's 2 ducks. So now we got 2 ducks to 1. This is the duck history of Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasiliy Lomachenko. Both them been ducking.